Hello there, my fellow interior decorators. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Build 42. Episode 18. More floor space and sanity. My weight is at 81. I've been doing a pretty good job of keeping my weight up, because I know that's like super hyper challenging in this build. But if anyone could be fat, it was me. I am so capable of being fat in Zomboid. I go from like 60 to 104 in like a weekend. I just eat my feelings. I can't help it. And I feel... What the hell? Another car key to the Dash Elite? I have keys to like every vehicle in this lot. What the hell, man? All but the white truck. Honestly, I have keys to 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 vehicles in this parking lot. That's silly. So if I cannot freeze the deer, I am going to make a separate trip over to the gas station to grab the icy freezer. I don't want to be killing animals and wasting them. That feels wrong. Huh, I don't remember there being this many zombies out on the road. Maybe a meta event nudged them around. It's like the 10th zombie or something. Gotta get back to killing tomorrow. Oh, I honked. That's right. I'm the meta event. Because I hit Q. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, that makes sense now. I was like, huh. It's smart, actually. I wouldn't want them wandering around in the wheat fields. Or whatever fields these are. Vegetation Farm 0143 fields. I'm back, chickens. You miss me? There's one, well, you know, I think actually probably chickens last a good while with stockpiled food and water. But there's one mechanic that just dawned on me, which is that if you have like a big ranch, it'd be really challenging to go on long duration road trips. Because as a result of having like a lot of animals, they need a lot of attention somewhat regularly. So it's one of these like you can't be away from home too long, because if you are, the animals in your farm get neglected. I wanted to put the corkboard down. It kind of reminds me of like a to-do list, which, given how hard it seems for me to be focusing on one task at a time, that might be helpful. There. Cork and ficus, or whatever plant that is. It's dark again. So scary. Come back to a farm full of death. Yeah, that would be a... I think... So if they're not fenced in, they wander away. If they're fenced in, I don't know what happens. Whether they, like, break the fence, or they starve. Like, I'm not sure about what happens if they have no means to, escape. I should probably adjust my shelving so they fit properly. I'm gonna do that. Before you guys are like, oh god, it's driving my OCD crazy. Which, let's be honest, true OCD is very different than, oh, it's a little not organized. Because a little not organized is kind of a nothing burger. But these will fit better once they're... Oh, come on, just do it. What are you doing? Something happening where, like, I'm trying to place the shelving down, and my character's like, ha, ha, no. Can you do the thing already? Place item, right here. Maybe it's because the other shelf on the ground is in the spot in which it needs to be placed. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And then we have space for 2 more. I think that's probably a pretty good loot room up here. So I'm going to get rid of this houseplant and dresser. I think that's my first plank of wood I've ever, like, yielded off of a destruction. Chinese evergreen, that's what that is. So, I'll need to grab 2 more shelves to sort of complete the set. But needless to say, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. And then I'll start organizing after I have all the shelves up. Whoa, don't do that. I like how when I'm a little hurt, I'm a cracked egg. It's like, as a chicken rancher, I take offense to that. I'm not cracked. I'm just in the process of being cooked. I wanted to eat a little before I went to sleep, because, but I just realized it's like 2 in the morning, so what can I eat? I don't care if this makes me sad. Oh god, I'm hopeless. Come on, a little frozen bread? Think of it as cake without sugar. Something, I don't know. Oh, I never put away the deer. That was dumb. I'm coming, deer! Good tips for beginners? Go to YouTube and look up Rad's Guide to Project Zomboid. And you're welcome. How many deer am I holding right now? Five? Paul Bunyan called. He's gonna sue you for trademark infringement. So I can't fit them all. I am going to need the other freezer. So this one has 4 in them. So I've got 4 of 6, or 4 of 7 at this point, because I had the original one too. I think what I'll do is, in this freezer, anything that I'm going to move this dough out, because I think it will maybe fit in the other one. No, the other one's 29 to 30. But this one's frozen. And then the other 2 I can put in to just sort of like juggle. There. So you have room for... How heavy is this one? Oh, won't they all fit? What was going on before? Oh, no, it's too heavy. So let's take the ice pick out and put the deer in. Never mind, I don't need to go anywhere. My freezer's full. Completely. But they're all technically stored. Yeah, I know. I made you eat some really old frozen food or whatever. And you're being pissy about it. How about a lovely book? Or something. Do I even... Yeah, here we go. Hitchhiking through Canada. And you can also read strippers. It's not that kind of stripping, though. Maybe... I don't really have other... A comic book, that'll work. And the Omega department, I'll put on TV. Oh god, this, stale peas isn't gonna help any, is it? She's like, you bastard! They were stale! It's like, yeah, but it's like the zombie apocalypse, so cut me some slack, lady. Okay, now I'm just a little sad. I'm not big sad anymore. Let's see. Is there anything else to read? Well, I could drink my problems away, but that's probably going to cause other problems. Oh, here we go. Another magazine. And another paperback. Yay! I'm no longer sad! Books are just the greatest. Apparently plantains can't be eaten. Oh, they're only poultices. Yeah, okay. Copy that. I will refreeze them. Okay, going back to the shelving, and then I'll start organizing with whatever time I have left. I should probably at some point grab that icy freezer. Ooh, I'm definitely going to back up into that at some point. Grab the icy freezer, because my freezer's already full and it's only going to get worse. Where's the 8 without a table negative moodlet? It's just life. Oh, no! Oh, I missed it! Oh! I'm so bad at driving. So I turned the radio way up so I could hear it while fighting zombies on this road, because I honked. Here we go. Am I losing power? Nope. Clear skies, low wind, warm. Wow, I'm keeping power for a long time. What the hell are cat eye prescription glasses? I'm gonna put my cat eye sunglasses back on, because I don't want to be dizzy. But you had nice work boots, so they're mine now. Oh, they're cat eye shaped? Got it. Thought it was like, ooh, it lets me see in the dark better. But like, no, that's something totally different. You know what? I want to wear a tie. I look amazing. Now, if you're wondering, it is not strictly necessary to depopulate the neighborhood quite like I am. I just like the idea that I'm eventually going to be like a druid living off the earth and ranching animals or whatever, and keeping my animals stress-free by killing all the zombies around seems kind of reasonable. Pirate Boy. Welcome to your second stream. Thanks for tuning in. With all of the different types of crafting there is, if you truly want to organize, I bet it requires a lot more metal shelves than just what I'm intending to grab. Because now with all of the professions, you could have like storage for tailoring, storage for welding, storage for pottery, so on and so forth. I don't think that's necessary in my case, or at least not yet. But if it ever becomes necessary, we know where more shelves are. Because this chicken farm was chock full of them. Can you actually kill off the zombies in the map? So by default, zombies will respawn. And even if they didn't, realistically, it's kind of a no. It's probably never been done in the history of Zomboid, just because there's an unreasonable amount of zombies in vanilla settings. Like, if you set the game to, like, extremely low population, okay, yeah, that changes the equation a bit, but without tinkering, I'm gonna guess that there's, like, hundreds, like a few 100,000 zombies on the map, something like that, maybe even more. Meaning it's just not a reasonable goal. You'd be working, it'd be like a full-time job for, like, a year or something. Normal distribution, there's over 1 million, supposedly. Yeah, I was gonna say a few 100,000, but like 1 million is not an unreasonable amount. And, well, to put it bluntly, trying to kill 1 million zombies by hand, or even with like guns and fire, is not all that reasonable. That's a lot of zombies. So cleared areas get, oops, repopulated? Yes. The way it works is that any zone the player has not been in, so the world is separated into chunks. To give you an idea of what a chunk might look like, I thought there was an option here to show... But a chunk might be like something like this. And any chunk that you have not physically been to in 3 days will start to respawn zombies. So it's been more than 3 days since I made the trip into March Ridge, so the zombies in March Ridge have, as a result, respawned. So the game is set up so that zombies are always coming back. And also, in default server settings, there is a peak population day. So not only do zombies respawn, but like, if your peak population is, let's say, 3 weeks from game start, zombies are spawning in increasing amounts to that peak population day, whatever it is that you have set it. But because I live somewhere rural and I have urban-focused zombie spawning, there's not a lot of zombies in Echo Creek as a result. And then, having killed them all and having frequented this area often, there's just not going to be a lot of zombies around where I live, unless I leave this spot for more than 3 days. And then even if I leave this spot for more than 3 days, it's not like all the zombies come back in like a one giant swarm. There will be like just a few zombies here or there. It would not be like an apocalyptic result of having not been home for more than 3 days. I just might see, you know, a few extra zombies where they hadn't been previously. Okay, I definitely did something with my crowbar to get those eggs. I don't know what I did. I threatened them, like it's a shakedown maybe? I don't know. I was racing to see if I can cook the eggs, run upstairs, drop the shelves, and run back. Yep, didn't burn them. My diet is so not healthy. Eggs in the morning, eggs in the evening, eggs at supper time. Eggs for every meal. Eggs for every meal. And eventually buck. Can't I just double click to eat it? Yes. But I think you can eat more than you're supposed to by doing that. Which is why I generally don't do it that way. Because I don't need to be like super full to bursting. Maybe I do. Also seems rogan that you can like eat more than your character wants to eat. Alright, so we have the shelving. I did mention wanting to get the icy freezer before organizing. So I'm gonna go grab that from the gas station before I start organizing. Looking at the time, I know I'm running out of time. But I literally don't have a single ounce of... Wait. Why are all my furrows weird? That's a game mechanic that I wasn't aware of? Huh. I'm gonna assume. Yeah, I don't have any space in my freezers, and if I continue looting, which is something that you tend to do in Zomboid, I'd really like freezers. If you're wondering, refrigerating food doubles its spoil timer. So if it's gonna, like, let's say, go rotten in 2 weeks, it turns that 2 weeks into 4 weeks. Freezing quadruples it. So if it's 2 weeks, it will turn those 2 weeks into 8 weeks. So really, there's no point in ever using a refrigerator unless you're planning on eating that thing soon, but you don't want it to rot immediately, just to keep it from freezing. Because once it's frozen, you have to, like, thaw it out, which can get annoying, but generally speaking, I don't use refrigerators. It's just straight to the freezer. And yes, the icy freezer is indeed part of the organization, because I'm trying to organize my food. That is a fair point. Oh, it's one thing now? That's new, different. Well, while I'm here, I might as well get the other shelving, right? What I'm doing here is equipping the metal shelves as weapons, or putting it in my hand, rather, to lower the weight. Because when you're over-encumbered for too long, you, like, end up with a severe amount of muscle strain. So by replacing my weapons with shelving, I can avoid that, like, you super strained yourself and you're gonna die, ha ha ha, condition. A catastrophic level of condition. So, equip as primary, equip as secondary. So if you're like, why am I doing this? It's to avoid the severe muscle strain. You'll still get some muscle strain, but it's way, way worse the more your encumbrance over your carry weight is. That's terrible. Stop. This is a test. This is a test of the public broadcasting system. You are probably a zombie. Congratulations, you have died, and you are now immortal on Hell on Earth. Again, there's like a... oh god. Bunch of zombies out on the roads again. I don't know where they keep coming from. Oh, this is the bad street, isn't it? Where am I? No, this isn't the bad street. I crossed the bridge. Is there anything in B42 that made you stop and think, hey, that's pretty cool? Ooh, good question. Wow, is that still on fire? Oh my god. I guess being able to make my own sledgehammers by scratch, because of the meme of me never finding a sledgehammer, seems like a lot of work to make a sledgehammer from scratch, but at least it's not a chance thing. With that said, and I'm not sure this is the case, but if you only can make a sledgehammer if you have the necessary blueprints, then it's just RNG again. So I hope that isn't the case, but I don't know whether it is or not, because I haven't done any blacksmithing. Maybe like that. This room is gonna get really ugly really quickly. But all of my stuff will be at my fingertips. Okay, we can now store an absolute ton of stuff. So let's go ahead and start organizing. I'm gonna say books here. God, I'm gonna get so much muscle strain. Books and magazines on these shelves. That's something I have like a whole lot of, and things will start to look really well organized. And then I'll say next to the regular magazines, I'll put the For Joy magazines. For seeds and stuff, probably out in the barn outside. All right, down here is going to be weapons, like gun weapons. Clothing, and then I'll put crafting stuff here. I don't know what everything belongs to in terms of crafting. So for my crafting shelves for now, like I can reasonably assume that like welding torches is for welding and metalworking. But my crafting shelves are not going to be exactly organized kind of on purpose. It's just going to be a bunch of general crafting stuff. Unless it's very obviously specifically for something else, like farming. Okay, the rubber gloves I'm going to wear instead of my leather gloves because it does cover both hands. And that might help prevent injury. Oh, I never actually read the scythe head schematic. Let's see how much more organization I can do prior to stream end. Oh god, I have so much more stuff. So much junk. So some of the true junk, like notepads, maybe what I'll do is put... Because I don't know for certain it's junk. I suspect it's stuff that I don't really care about, like notepads. But I'll put that in the closet here. So it's like away, out of sight, out of mind. This is going to be a while. It will look nice once it's done, though. So at least there's that. And then at some point when I have a better grasp of what items are for what crafting purpose, I will sort the crafting shelves a little bit more carefully. Yeah, notepads could be for fire starting. I know that much. But what I mean is, like, there's the random crap, this stuff that there isn't like a necessarily obvious use case. Also in magazines, I'm gonna keep VHS because magazines don't weigh up a lot, so put both in there. Are these garbage bags empty? Good, they are. The only clothing that I want to sort out is the leather coat, because the other clothing is clothing that I would never wear willingly. Unless I wanted to look goofy. You managed to make it. Well, welcome to the stream for the last 4 minutes. I appreciate it. It's something. It's not a lot of the time remaining, but it's something. And that counts in my book. So welcome. Icefire, thank you for the resub. Alright. Well, that's a lot of the second floor is already sorted. I mean, I know there's stuff on the shelves and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff downstairs that is not sorted either. I get it. But little victories. So let's start going through this pile. I also probably want to move this freezer here and then put the icy freezer there so that it's in the hallway or something. Okay, I am now 50 kilos. And, yeah, one of the first things I do in, like, every run I have is get myself a little, like, survival library. So it's nice to have the survival library trend continues. I mean, I think that's how probably everyone plays. Just trying to level up without that is ridiculous. Whoa! Thank you, Azure Storm! Thank you for the massive cheer, and Radlocker too. For the hype train right at the end. I will say, it is another stream with... I was not avoiding combat, but I definitely wasn't really in danger at any point. I will openly admit that this was mostly about progress and not about murder. But it is nice to have not died 3 streams in a row. I will not deny that feels good. It feels real bad when my... I don't want to play with, like, training wheels, you know? I want permadeath. But it feels awful when it happens and you're like, well... just not my best. I did get... I've just narrowly avoided nibbles, though. I will not... I did get lucky. I very easily could have ended up with a bite on the hand. And it's funny because I always acknowledge how dangerous it is, those, like the shin shovers. Or whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm talking about. Those that shove the shins. They are very, very dangerous. Because they knock you over and it takes a while to get back up. So we have an icy freezer to be sorted. And I'm just going to try to get rid of all the junk pile before the... I know I'm going to probably be a little over time, and certainly I'm going to be way over my sleep budget, my sleep debt here. But try to get this all sorted so that if I am to stream this next week, I kick it off with a nice, organized base. Radlocker, thank you for the bits again. So my random... well, some of these seeds need to go into the farm. I should probably start a med shelf. I'll think about that. Frying pan's gonna stay out. So what do we have left? Thread that should go away. Vice grips and bellows. I think that's my second set of bellows. The bucket probably needs to go outside on the ground. I'll set a mouse trap in my house. I'll put it here. So there's a lot of stuff in the shelves of the kitchen that isn't really related necessarily to cooking, which we'll need to move at some point. Look at all these seeds. I thought it rained since the, I put the bucket out there, but apparently not. Oh, no more pile of junk! That's right. Characters like, why are you doing this to me? Have I slighted you in some sort of evil way? Some of these planks at some point should be... I mean, once I have like a proper saw, I ought to barricade. It's not to say that like barricading is really going to stop zombies all that effectively, but it's better than nothing. It also looks like maybe at some point I should double check the books that I've said I've found versus my actual shelf to rectify if I've made any mistakes or miscategorizations. Because it's possible that I think I have a book and don't. It's already 5 in the morning in game, but character's very hungry, so let's go do something about that. Just eat a whole thing of oats. That sounds gross. Alright, the cedar low bookcase. I'm gonna go down here. What I could do is store like logs on it or something. Alright, so foraging. Comic books, they get put away. There's a magazine here, I think. Some of these items I'm just going to leave as is. I don't need to necessarily strip everything out of the bottom floor. And then I did want to set up the freezer. And probably go to sleep. I'm going to sleep for like an entire day by the end of this. It's going to be glorious. So my own inventory, I'll keep the thread on me. It doesn't. My own inventory is all sorted. I think most of the base, if not all of it, is basically sorted. So it's just this freezer. That looks hilarious. And for now, I'm not gonna deploy the icy freezer. It's only when I need more storage, because I don't know when I'm gonna lose power. But I don't. Once I lose power, I don't want to. In fact, I probably want to phase out my old fridge, and just not use refrigerators at all. As soon as power's lost. But just so that you can see what the plan is, I'll put the icy freezer here. Because I can still walk through this, I think. No, I can't. Okay, that's a bad spot for it then. Unless I want to stop zombies. It could go here in the fridge. So I don't need to move that mouse trap. Oh no, apparently not. There we go. So, there's more organization to be done in the kitchen shelves, because there's stuff in here that doesn't belong, like scrap electronics and things like that. But this seems like a pretty good place to leave off with my treasure hoard of lovely books and having survived yet another day or week or whatever it was. So just to recap, we are down to just shy of 400 kills, 19 days survived, almost 20, with a pretty well-stocked base and a chicken coop with chickens, and still alive and unharmed. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Unstable Build 42, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow survivors.